Strat-O-Matic Excel Carryover League. Brought to you by the Shrimp Troller. 1972 to 1975.
AL Wildcard, Red Sox at Rangers. Welcome back, baseball fans. The 1972-75 Carryover League. We are back in the American League with another wild card matchup. It's the Red Sox and Rangers. We'll just take you to what's happened between number 5 and number 4 seeds. Boston, the number 4 American League East Division winner. The Rangers, the top wild card team, the number 5 seed. Excuse me, my bad. The Red Sox are a number 3 seed, American League East. Rangers are the lowest seed, number 6 at 3. But let's show you what's happened in Game 1 in Fenway Park. Jim Bibby for the Rangers, Bill Lee, the spaceman, for Boston. Expect plenty of hitting. Doesn't happen. Nope, nothing's going on in this one. Guys are being stranded left and right. By the way, you've been following the series, you'll know that Toby Harrah has a fielding problem. Bottom of the 4th inning, after a walk, ground ball to Toby Harrah. He kicks it for an error. Next batter hits it right back to Harrah. He kicks it for another error. But they get out of the inning with a double play. In the 5th inning, this is how it goes for the Rangers off of Bill Lee's card. Toby Harrah rolls a 6-7, which is a single to left field. Then Len Randall rolls a 6-7, single to left field. Harrah stays at second because the left fielder's got a -2 arm, Rick Miller. After an out, Jeff Burrows, 6-7, single to left field. Harrah runs, Harrah scores. Randall goes to third. And then Tom Grieve, 6-7, single to left field. 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, all off of Bill Lee. Zoned in on one specific dice roll, hit it 4 out of 5 times, scored twice. That's all they needed. 2-0, Jim Bibby. That's all he needed in Fenway Park. Again, Boston. We've seen this. We've seen this team get swept. They were swept by Kansas City. They were swept by Toronto. They swept the Yankees. They also swept some other team. I can't remember who. But Boston has this incredible knack for topsy-turvy, pendulum swings. They'll rip off a 3-game winning streak. They'll rip off a 3-game losing streak. Either direction. They'll go both ways. Doesn't matter. And they went the bad way at Fenway Park, spoiling Bill Lee's effort. Bill Lee, 9 innings, 2 hits, 3 walks, 6 Ks. I don't know what else to say about Boston. I don't know what to do with this team anymore. I contemplated shuffling the lineup for the billionth time, and we're going to do that eventually, you'll see. Game 2 in Fenway Park. So what do you think happens? Oh, yeah, they kick Texas around. 5-zip. Boston returns the shutout. This time it's Louis T out with a 3-hitter. 2 walks, 6 Ks. They do it all in the 2nd inning with 4 runs, including a Dwight Evans homer. Yeah, the Rangers look like kitty cats here, and yeah, series tied a game apiece. But the Rangers do have home field in the best of 5. So what happens in Game 3? Can they convert home field? It is Steve Blass. Yes, that's Steve Blass. Winner of Game 7 of the World Series a year ago when the Pirates beat the Tigers. Got traded to Boston in the offseason, went to the All-Star games, the number 3 starter. Well, here it is, folks. Steve Blass, 5 innings, 11 hits, 4 walks, 7 runs allowed. This is why Pittsburgh traded him. They assumed the end was near, and it is. Steve Perzanowski gets the start for the Rangers. 7 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs. 7-3 victory, Rangers. Again, Boston couldn't. Folks, American League East stinks this year, man. It just, woo! You smell that? That's the American League East. I gotta look at the standings here. Oh my God, that smells awful. Let's go look at the American League East standings with the Red Sox down 2-1. Here it is. So the Red Sox backed into the division title when the Orioles backed out of the division title and the Blue Jays backed out of the division title. Yeah, nobody wants it. Yankees backed out of everything a long time ago. They were the first team eliminated, but the Rangers have won 2 out of 3 out west. And you know, when they're not playing the Oakland A's, who they lost 4 games to 1 twice. So they're 2-8. 2-8 against Oakland. They're 20-10 against everybody not named the Oakland A's. That's pretty darn good, folks. And of course, the teams not named the Oakland A's do include the California Angels and Seattle Mariners, but folks, the Texas Rangers didn't do a thing in this decade, and they're up 2-1 in a wild card series. And we're playing Game 4 in front of you in Arlington tonight. And we've got pitchers we probably haven't seen on YouTube yet, dipping into the 4 spot. Boston, trying to keep their season alive, turned to Rick Wise, who's had a pretty nice year with a 72 Cardinal card, 16 wins, 269 innings. And the Rangers went out and got Bill Hands, who had nice seasons for the Cubs from 69 to 72. Cubs had too many right-handers, and the Rangers said, come here. 11-8 ERA of 3 and 189 innings. Number 4 starter. Rick Wise, Bill Hands from Arlington, Texas Stadium. Let's get started. Leading off. Oh, and by the way, Freddie Lynn's leading off, folks, because I'm tired of Boston. I'm at the end of my rope. So now we got Freddie Lynn leading off. We've had Tommy Harper lead off. Rick Miller's led off. Carl Yastrzemski's led off. Dwight Evans is leading off. Now it's Fred Lynn's turn. From now on, he's the leadoff hitter the rest of the season. It's not turning out like 1975, I'll tell you that, folks. Leading off, here's the pitch to Freddie Lynn. 64 off hands is a walk. That's a good start for a leadoff man. C. Steeler. Dave Rader -2 arm will stay at first. Dwight Evans. 4-4 center X. Center fielder is Boots Day, a 3-1 in center. He makes the catch. Yastrzemski, 47's a K. And Fisk, 45, flies to center field. Bottom of 1, it's Toby Harrah, 47's a K. Mike Hargrove, 312, Lomax. And Lenny Randall, 48. Double 1-5 off Wise is a base hit. He's an A Steeler. He'll stay at first for Burrows. 56 flies to left. They don't want to take on good catching arms. -3 arm of Fisk. -2 for Dave Rader. Top of the second, it's Cecil Cooper. Probably the best hitter on the Red Sox this year. Shame he doesn't hit lefties very well. He'd play full time then. 2-9, grounds to third. Eventually he'll hit lefties very well when he's with the Brewers later. Rico Petrocelli, 6'10", third X. This is Len Randall, a 326 at third. He cannot make a play. It's an error. Dwayne Anderson. It should be, yeah, the wrong Dwayne in there. My bad. I'll fix that, folks. I put the wrong Dwayne in there. There he is. Dwayne Anderson, 212, fouls with the catcher. Too many Dwaynes in Boston. And with 2 outs, it's Rick Miller. 59 off of Bill Hands, triple 1-3 double. It's a 2-base hit. You want to run Petrocelli? He's a 9. 10-11. Center fielder is a -1. It's a coin toss. Let's run him. We're down 1-2 in the series. And we get thrown out by a mile on an 18. Well, that didn't work. They're grasping at straws in Boston. Bottom of the second. Mike Epstein. 67 is a walk. Joe LaHood, 310. Pitcher A, and with 2 outs. Dave Hef Nelson, 2-7's a single. Double A, he's taken off with 2 outs. He's in there on a 6. Dave Rader, 67's a walk. 2 on, 2 outs. Boots Day. 1-8 is a walk. The bases are loaded for all-star shortstop, all-star hitter who plays shortstop, Toby Harrah. 58 off of Rick Wise, lines a short. It's also not too early to tell you. If the Rangers close this thing out today or in Game 5 in Fenway, the number 6 Rangers would visit the number 1 Oakland A's. My goodness. If Boston can rip off 2 straight and win this series in Fenway, the Red Sox would go to the White Sox. And the Detroit Tigers would go to the other team. So, just want to put that out there. Into the top of the third. It will be the Rooster. Excuse me, it'll be Doug Griffin. 68 is a single 1 of 12. He gets it. Back up top to Freddie Lynn. 66 is a liner to second. Dwight Evans, 410, pops to short. And with 2 outs, it's Yastrzemski. 69 flies to center field. Bottom of the third, Mike Hargrove. 1-4 flies to center. Glenn Randall, 38, a base hit. Jeff Burrows, 210, single 1 of 5, converts it with a 2. Big hit there. 2 on, 1 out. Mike Epstein, 34, fielder's choice. On the corners for Joe LaHood. 59 pops to third. Into the fourth. Rather low scoring series for teams we thought had robust offenses. The Rangers have. They've been hitting all year. The Red Sox Strat-O-Matic cards are outstanding. They just hit 245 with them. That's the only problem. Carlton Fisk, 46. Short X. Here we go, folks. It's Toby Harrah. We've talked about his struggles defensively. He's a 3E32. It's completely reasonable defense. But he's been awful this year playing shortstop. He makes the play there. Confidence booster. Cecil Cooper, 45, flies to left. Rico Petrocelli, 45, flies to center. Bill Hands, nice start for the punchless Red Sox. Dave Nelson, 3-6. We haven't looked at a card. Let's take a look at Dave Nelson. Full season for the Rangers in 73, arguably his best year, hitting 286, 7 homers, double-A stealer, everyday playing second baseman. 3-6, homer, 1-2 double. He's at second base. Number 8 hitter Dave Rader, 65, pops to short. Boots Day, 68, single 1 of 8. He collects the single. They're on the corners. The Red Sox have to bring the infield up for Abe Bunning, Toby Harrah. 63 off Wise, flies to right X. You got to get a sac fly if you can. It's going to be difficult off a 1E5 right fielder. But you get a break. You get a fly ball B on a 1. So that's a bad break for the Red Sox with that great outfield defense. A sac fly. And it's 1-0. Ooh. I don't know, Boston. That's probably not something you can come back from. And now it's Mike Hargrove. 3-6, single to 1, lines out. Into the 5th we go. It'll be Dwayne Anderson. 63. Pitcher X, hands is an E38. Well, that's not very good. Got to learn how to fill your position there, Bill. That is an error. Now you got a Rick Miller. 59. Oh boy, here come the Sox. Triple 1-3. Double. That is a double. Anderson, 13 against the -1 arm. No, stay at third. Second and third, I got to bring it up for Doug Griffin. 2-8, let's take a look at Doug Griffin's card to 1972, a 260 hitting second baseman, but most importantly, he is a 1 second baseman. Excellent defense for the Red Sox. 2-8, single to left field, that'll score 1. Rick Miller, 16 against the 0. He's going to run with nobody out. And he's... This is unbelievable, folks. He's gone down on a 17. You just can't run in this sport, folks. Just forget about it. 80% chance, 70%, forget it. Well, Rick Miller gets the dunce cap for running through a stop sign at third base, and he's thrown out at the plate. Well, you got a runner first, 1 out in a tie game. Back up top to leadoff hitter Fred Lynn. 66 is a liner to second, and with 2 outs, Dwight Evans. 1-6, triple on a 12 off the Evans card. He converts the triple, and Boston has the lead. Runner at third, 2 outs, Yastrzemski. 67 pops to short. Bottom of the 5th, it's 2-1. Let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
All right. Red Sox got a little sloppy there. The Rangers pitching got a little sloppy there. I have no idea what's going to happen in this series, folks. Back and forth, back and forth. Rangers, then Red Sox, then Rangers, now Red Sox. Len Randall leads off. 46, second X. Your second baseman is Doug Griffin, a 1/19. Makes the play. He's your star. Big RBI and nice defensive play there. Cleanup hitter Jeff Burrows. Cleanup hitter and all-star Jeff Burrows, 1-6. Let's take a look at Burrows' card. You're looking at. It's almost. I can't believe I'm remiss in not announcing this sooner. But ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at my American League most valuable player with the 73 card. He actually won the award in 74. Well, we give it to him this year with his 12 homers and 30-something RBIs, edging out Reggie Jackson. Burrows simply had a better year offensively. And the Rangers weren't expected to do anything, and they're in the playoffs. And Oakland's got so much talent in Oakland. So Burrows hit 279 with 30 bombs in 1973. 1-6, that is gone, and this game is tied. That's what MVPs do. Mike Epstein, 43, pitcher X, Wise, he's an E6. Makes the play. Joe LaHood, 38, grounds to short. We go to the 6th inning, a 2-2 game. It's Pudge Fisk. 2-4, center. Cecil Cooper, 2-9, third. Enrico Petrocelli, 49, walk. 2 outs. Dwayne Anderson, 58, single to left field. Petrocelli stays at second. And here is Rick Miller, who doubled last time up. 111 rolls to first. Another great start for a Texas Ranger pitcher, folks. They have one of the most questionable rotations in the entire league, let alone the playoffs. Because Jim Bibby, Mike Paul, Steve Perzanowski, Bill Hands, and yes, David Clyde, none of these guys can pitch on 3 days rest. They have a 3-man bullpen, which is Lindblad, Foucault, and Granger does everything else. And everything, they have to thread the needle as to not wear this pitching staff out. And they're doing it. They're getting quality start after quality start, folks. 2-2, bottom of the 6th. Rick Wise having a nice day. He continues. He'll face Dave Nelson. Nelson, 37's a K. Dave Rader, 69 is a base hit. Boots Day, 67 is a walk, and Wise is running into trouble here in the 6th. Back up top to all-star shortstop Toby Harrah. 312. Yep, that's a Lomax, folks. Line out to third, and they caught Raider off the bag at second on the line drive for a double play. 2-2 in the seventh. It'll be Doug Griffin. 2-11. Lions to third. Well, this X series does have momentum swings, and it's a wild one. I'll give you that. I mean, the other series have been kind of snoozers. This one has been a little funner. Music's been better. Fred Lynn, 63. Pitcher X, Bill Hands in E38. He made an error earlier. It cost him. This time, he makes another one. Freddie's at first. For Dwight Evans. 2-5, base hit right field. Lynn, 15 runner. Do you want to go coast to coast on the Burrows zero arm? He's going to do it. And he's... Oh my gosh, Boston. Maybe you're just the most unluckiest team we've ever seen. But another Red Sox player gets thrown out on a 75 or 80% or 85% chance in the game. We had Cooper. No, it was Petrocelli got thrown out on a 50-50. That's right. Then you had the 16 getting thrown out, and now you get a 15 thrown out there. Unbelievable, folks. Unreal. 3 guys caught on the bases. So, with 2 outs and a man at first, it's Yastrzemski. You could clearly see the Red Sox pressing, knowing this is an elimination game. So they'll turn to the Hall of Famer, Carl Yastrzemski. Here's the pitch. 1-9. Let's take a look at Hall of Famer Carl Yastrzemski's 1973 card. So this is what happened. He had a great 69. Should have been the MVP in 1970. 71 and 72 were kind of all right. But in 73 and again in 74, he started taking a lot of pitches, and he walked 105 times with this card. 1-9, triple 1-3 is a double to center field. Do we run Dwight Evans? 14, 15, 16 against the Boots Day arm makes it a 15. Hey! I can't make it up, folks. I can't make this up. He's thrown out at a 19. They have 4 men. This is a new Strat-O-Matic record for me. I cannot recall a team getting thrown out 4 times on the bases in a game. 3 of those gimmies. 3 of those, pass go, collect $200. Nope. Got a guy thrown out the plate with nobody out. Get a guy thrown out 50-50 shot with 2 outs. Get a guy thrown out first to third. Get a guy thrown out trying to take a lead in the 7th inning. Unreal. Maybe that's what makes a Cinderella from the state of Texas. Are the Rangers the Cinderella because they're getting these insane breaks with a completely overmatched roster? We'll see. Bottom of the 7th. Stretch time here in Arlington. Of course, you should have figured out by now we're enjoying ZZ Top, the Texas Trio, Fandango, Jailhouse Rock, Tush, heard it on the X. Yeah, all the great stuff here. Mexican Blackbird, Nasty Dogs, and Funky Kings. My goodness, folks. Live, studio, live, series of, you get it. You get the idea. All right. Back to the game, bottom of the 7th of a 2-2 affair. Rick Wise will continue. He'll face Mike Hargrove. 48, double 1-5 is a base hit. Len Randall. 47's a K. Jeff Burrows homered earlier. 4-11. Pitcher X. Can Rick Wise fields position? E6. He's much better than, what's his doodle? Bill Hands. But it's a single dot on the E6 pitcher. All right, just whatever. I'm just reporting the details as questionable as they continue to come in. I'm just The reports are coming in from the field, and I'm just bringing them back to you, folks. So, yeah, that's a hit off of Rick Wise. It's first and second with 1 out, and you got Mike Epstein up. 2-7. Let's take a look at Mike Epstein's card. He was an Oakland A in 72. That's great news. That means that's one fewer bullet in the chamber for that Dynasty Oakland team. No Epstein. 26 home runs they're missing out on. A 270 average, 68 walks. Folks, he was the second best hitter on that 72 Oakland team, which didn't hit very well anyway. They weren't even that great. They only won 90 games, I think. In any event, though, 2-7 here is double one, single dot dot. That scores the run to make it 3-2. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Rick Wise is a starter, 9. However, the bottom of this lineup does not hit left-handed pitching very well, and I think we got to make the move. It'll probably be a bad move because everything Boston has done in this series, except for one game, has been bad. So they're going to go to Roger Moret. Good news for Red Sox fans is that Roger Moret had an incredibly high winning percentage twice for them. In 75, he was 14-3. With this 73 card, he's 13-2 with a 317 ERA and 156 innings. With the Red Sox losing, if they come back and win, Moret would be the pitcher of record. So that's all portends well for the folks in Fenway. Roger Moret with 2 men on in the 7th. Burrows the 3rd, Epstein at 1st, LaHood at the plate. LaHood hits lefties reasonably well. He'll stick around. Here's the pitch to Joe LaHood. Infield up. Don't want that runner at 3rd to score. 1-7, you walk Joe LaHood. The bases are loaded for Dave Nelson. We saw the card earlier. He missed a home run chance. He doubled. He singled and stole a base in the 2nd inning. The infield has to come up. You got 2 lefties behind him, but you can't walk. Yeah, you just got to deal with this. Infield up. Here's the pitch to Dave Nelson. 3. I ain't making this up. It'd be fun. You know, it would take a lot of work, folks, if I was magically putting the numbers in these little boxes just because I wanted to see the Rangers win the World Series and I hate the Red Sox, for instance. I can't do it. I just don't have the technology to do that sort of thing. This is how it happens. I have no control over it. Dave Nelson, homer, or should I say grand slam, 1-8, fly ball the rest, and when we look up, of course, so Boston misses a 1-10, a 1-15, a 1-16, a 1-17. The Rangers hit a 1-8. Okay. So they hit the 40% shot for the 4 runs on the grand slam by Dave Nelson. And I just want to get this thing over with now. I mean, I'm just done here. Dave Rader. I'm done trying to figure out the Red Sox and their opponents. It's just been, yeah, whatever. 7-2 in the 8th inning. Bill Hands will leave after 7. They'll do Lindblad in the 8th. Folk call to the 9th like they always do. Texas has a magic spell this year they are putting on everybody. They had no problem with the Baltimore Orioles. They knocked them out. Like I said, when they're not playing the Oakland A's, they beat everybody up. And the Red Sox, as we like to say, are on the schedule. You're in the way. You're in the wrong place at the right time. The Cincinnati Kids. Except it's in Texas. All right. Paul Lindblad's coming in for Hands. Also an Oakland A in 1974. Check the box again. How do you dismantle the Oakland dynasty? By letting their important players stay or advance to other franchises. This Texas team has Mike Epstein and Paul Lindblad. We saw Bill North on Seattle. We've seen Ray Fosse and Dave Duncan elsewhere. And yeah. So that's the best chance you have if you're bored to watch Oakland win 3 straight World Series and you're hoping for something else to happen this year. So who knows? Oakland's the top team in the American League, but there's a bunch of contenders. Top of the 8th. What do the Red Sox do? Do they fight? Do they fold up? Do they give up? What is Boston going to do down 7-2 for the second straight game against the clearly overmatched Texas Rangers? It'll be Carlton Fisk leading off. 46 is a base hit. Good start. Cooper, you know, I'm going to play the reverse logic here, and I'm going to let him swing against the left-handed pitcher. I know, folks. I know. I've been pulling him versus lefties all year, even though he's been the best hitter on the team. I'm letting him swing, even though odds say don't do that, but I'm doing that. Reverse logic. Here's the pitch, Cecil Cooper. 67 is a K. That would have been a K for a right-hander. Rico Petrocelli. 6'10", center X. We got Boots Day out there, a 3-1. And he gets up a single, and there's life for Fenway faithful. Runners are on the corners for Dwayne Anderson. Boy. I can't do the reverse logic for everybody. I don't want this guy to swing the bat. I want to go out with all Boston players. Dwayne Anderson wasn't even a Red Sox. He played for the Cardinals as a free agent. He's gone. We're gonna go Tommy Harper, because here's the thing. The Rangers don't like to go long with Lindblad or Foucault. They like to have Lindblad pitch an entire inning and Foucault only pitch an inning. So Lindblad will face Tommy Harper. Let's look at Tommy. This is probably his best Boston performance in '73. 17 homers, a .281 average. He went to the All-Star game, I think, a year ago for the Red Sox. We have runners at first and third. 1 out. Got to play it up for Abe Bunning, Tommy Harper. And here's the pitch. 66 is a sac fly to right field, and we have a 7-3 game. And with 2 outs, it'll be Rick Miller. No. I'm going to go to the Rooster. Brewster Burleson. I need a shortstop anyway. Dwayne Anderson just left. The Rooster's going to pinch hit. Let's take a look at Rick Burleson. 74, he hits .284. I know in 75 they go to the World Series, and he's much better defensively, but his bat dips a little bit. So this is a better stick for the Rooster in 74, and they're going to need this stick because they're down 7-3. Runner at first, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Rick Burleson. 32 pops to first, and that's the inning. Harper and Burleson. Harper will just take over at DH. Burleson will take over at short. Simple substitution there. Bottom of the 8th of a 7-3 game. I'm still scratching my head over here. It looks like Boston's probably sent more men to the plate as well, or it's even. Something like that. 7-3 game. The difference is it's a Dave Nelson grand slam. Roger Moret will continue, or at least he'll pitch through to Hargrove. Toby Harrah. 1-6, Toby Harrah. Double 1 to 16. Gets the double. Now you got Hargrove. 48, second X. Doug Griffin's a 1-19. Makes the play. Runner goes to third. And now they're going to bring the infield up. And now we're going to make a pitching change. We're going to go to Ted Abernathy. Ted Abernathy will come on in the 8th inning. We're a year removed from Sparky Lyle being traded to the Yankees. So in the absence of a true closer, they went out in free agency and found Ted Abernathy, who had a very fine career, particularly late in his career, closing out games for the Cubs and the Kansas City Royals in late 60s, early 70s. And this card, 3-4 with a 1.71 ERA in 58 innings. Trying to keep his new Fenway teammates within a grand slam. It'll be Len Randall. Infield's up. Here's the pitch. Len Randall, 69. Well, that's a sac fly to center field. And it's now 8-3. Rangers don't have much problem at all manufacturing runs, folks. And here's your MVP, Jeff Burrows. And the fans are cheering, MVP, MVP. He grounds short. All right, we go to the 9th inning. It's 8-3, and they're just going to do it like they've been doing it all year. They have Lindblad pitch inning. They have Foucault pitch the 9th inning. Steve Foucault, 74 Rangers, 2 1/4 earned run average, 144 innings with an 8-9 record. And these Rangers. But here's the bad news. As great as this is, if the Rangers close out the Red Sox, they have a date again with those Oakland A's, who they have not competed with very well. So here we go to the 9th inning. Doug Griffin will lead off. 1-5, Doug Griffin singles. Back up, put in the wrong spot there. Back up top to Freddie Lynn. 49, second X. You got a 3E12 second baseman. And he turns the 4-6-3 double play. And with 2 outs, it's Dwight Evans. And he strikes out, and there's your ball game, folks. Rangers, doesn't seem to matter what you do. They're the Cinderella this year, folks. Made reasonably quick work of the Red Sox. They shut them out in Game 1 in Fenway Park. They came home to the red beans and rice of DeGuayo, Texas, and beat them 7-2 and 8-3. That's your final. We'll just take this to the post game. And it just seemed like the Red Sox just weren't into this at all. They weren't into the whole playoff thing. Neither was Baltimore or the Yankees or the Blue Jays. The whole American League East just stunk up the joint this year, folks. Foucault gets no save awarded. Just a hit and a K in the 9th. Lindblad, 2 hits, a run, and a K. Bill Hands, yet another quality start for a Ranger starter. 8 hits, 2 runs allowed. There's an error in there. I can't credit an earned run on that. So, yeah, 2 walks and a strikeout. Abernathy came on, gave up the sac fly. Roger Moret. Yeah, that didn't work, did it? So, yeah, we bring in Roger Moret, and he pretty much kicks the Red Sox season into the trash can. The walk, the grand slam, the series. So, but the loss is still Rick Wise. Unfortunately for him, his bullpen just messed up everything he attempted to do today. Moret gave up 1 hit, 2 runs, and a walk. Rick Wise gave up 12 hits and 6 runs. 3 in that inning. 4 in that inning, I should say. No, 1, 2, 3. Oh, Moret, I forgot. He gave up another run in the next inning. There we go. Only 11 hits for Wise and only 5 runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 are earned. 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. 1-009-0108. 813-311. 813-311. 813-311. 2353-5323. This was the first playoff series of teams who has not played each other in the season to this point. The only one. And as a matter of fact, it won't happen again in the American League, as it's all going to be repeats in the American League. And we'll get to that momentarily. My goodness. Your Rangers, 3 out of 4. This is a great baseball team, folks. The Rangers are 23-18. With an opportunity that they wouldn't have had in the 1970s to get away from the Oakland A's. Yes, I know they lost 8 out of 10 to them, but aside from that, They're just playing some great baseball. They're hitting .281. I can't believe their team ERA is .352, which is, it's not amazing, but it's very good. And I'll tell you that that ERA is lower than the Pirates and the Reds and the Orioles and the Dodgers. You've heard of those teams. Well, the Rangers are pitching better than all those with this cast of, what's the miscast? Yeah, whatever. Cast of characters, whatever. .281, .352. Foucault's got 9 saves, 3 runs in 17 innings. Bill Hands just 9 runs in 43 innings. My goodness, Bill Hands, that's outstanding. Burrows now 13 homers, 38 RBIs for your MVP. This is a clean baseball club. I know they don't field very well, and of course the depth of the pitching's not there. And they have a short, just a 3-man bullpen, but 2/3 of that are outstanding. And plenty of sticks. Meanwhile, the Red Sox end the season 17-15. We barely got to know you, Boston. You only played 32 games because you kept getting swept and sweeping your opponents. So we really have no idea how good or bad you are, which is why you're right around 500. The Boston Red Sox figured out how to hit .245 in Strat-O-Matic. That's exactly what they did. Nobody on Boston hits .245, by the way, but the entire team just did it. The entire baseball club. Let's go through those averages on the cards. See, Dwight Evans, .281. Freddie Lynn, .331. Let's see, Josephson, .268. Griffin, .260. .261 Rick Miller. Burleson, .284. .267 Anderson. .281 Tommy Harper. .267 Petrocelli. .311 Cecil Cooper. .293 Carlton Fisk. .296 Carl Yastrzemski. So nobody on the Boston Red Sox hits .245 except for their team. Their team does, none of the players do. The team ERA. Think about this, folks. Your Boston Red Sox, .329 ERA, one of the best rotations we've ever seen out of them. Wasted. Tiant had a career year. Bill Lee, Steve Blass, Rick Wise, they all pitched well, but their offense stunk up the joint. If you hit 5 home runs in 32 games, well, you'll lead the club. That's what Dwight Evans did. .245, .329, .1715. We'll just go right to the postseason here. Texas and Boston right here. In this spot a year ago, it was Oakland. Now it's going to be Texas 3-1. They are now 5 over 500. And Boston is 17-15. So Texas is a 6th seed. So they'll play the number 1 seed Oakland A's at 5 over 500. And it'll be the Detroit Tigers, the old men of Detroit. They're a 4 seed. And if you're wondering, yeah, these are all rematches, folks. Texas has played Oakland. I've gone into that. White Sox played the Tigers, and the White Sox split 4 games with them. That'll be interesting. White Sox will still be favored. We've been waiting for somebody to finish Detroit off, as they just don't want to go away. They have stuck around for 6 years since the 1968 World Series. Somehow, no one wants to put them away. The Pirates needed 7 games in the World Series to dispatch the Tigers. This is a great test here. This is a great matchup. Plus, Mickey Lolich will probably be facing Wilbur Wood, if I had to guess. Rangers, A's, Tigers, White Sox in the American League in the divisional round. But for now, folks, I heard it on the X, I heard it in the carryover league that the Texas Rangers are going to the divisional round after beating Boston 3 games to 1. Thanks for checking this out, and we'll see you next time.